shooting coach was for Louisiana from Indiana to here. I've never seen a better remarkable turnaround than that first half. They shoot 70% from threes and could not throw it in the ocean game before. So whoever that was that worked them out, we're going to hire them here at Marshall. But overall, thought we played a great second half. We made some mistakes. Sometimes we go for home run things defensively, and we had them down, I think, 9 points maybe in the first half, something like that, and we let them back in by gambling a little bit on defense or making a gambling pass or try at the basket. So we just got to get better, be a little bit more disciplined in how we play both defense, a little bit of the offense. I don't want to do a lot there because we are a freewheeling, risk-taking, get the crowd on their feet type of team. So I don't want to change that because it's fun for me watching it and I enjoy the game. I don't know if I would enjoy it as much if we didn't have a few of those. Oh my gosh, what was that? But I'm proud of these kids. That's a physical game. They're a lot bigger than we were. Physical game, and yet in the paint, 50 for us, 22 for them. So, it was a good ball game.
Dan, for you all, the one thing that I noticed, you all went on about an 8-minute stretch in which you only allowed a couple field goals to them, and it seemed like in that stretch the defense to offense sort of hit a different level from the first few games this season.
Well, I've always said defense stops with a bucket at the other end. And that's you play great defense when you create an offensive bucket on the other end. And that's what we strive to do. Sometimes we get a little out of kilter and we gamble too much. But when you're playing good defense, it creates that transition. And then we got some horses in transition now. You got Andy who will barrel down at you, Tavion will come at you, George will come at you, Obeen will come at you, and they'll finish on all that stuff. So when we get in transition, we're pretty effective. And if we can play good enough defense to allow us to keep that going, then, I don't care who we're playing, we're going to be a pretty good ball club.
Dan, last year you had Jared, and he was sort of known for defense. It looks like to me just some early going team defense is better. You got, Andy's getting his hands on balls. Byers took a couple of charges. Seems like everybody's kind of getting more involved defensively. Do you see that this early in the season?
I don't like to compare team to team to team to team. Jared defended a little different than what Tavion does. Jared was good at jumping out there and turning, just keeping the pressure on the guy the whole ball game. Tavion might not, although he's pretty good, but maybe not quite as good there. But when you get into the half court and try to score on Tavion, he's a lot longer and more athletic than Jared. So it's a little tougher to finish once it's up there. And, Gorin was a freshman. Mike Byers, he's okay defensively. I'm not going to, but he made a couple big plays. He got a charge, did a couple things. And, again, that comes, too, from the leadership, and that's Tavion. Tavion's setting that template and saying, let's play. And then now you got Tucson, and I'm going to name the lesser of the group right now. But you got Tucson and Michael Myers at 6'10", George at 6'7", and then you got a monster back there in Obina. And he's, I got Whiteside's number. I'm going to text him. I believe that banner might be coming out, whatever, that record you got might be coming down for the year, and then I'll text Jansen and say, it could be for the whole thing. So he's just playing extremely well, confident. And you know what? He blocks without fouling. And most of his blocks stayed in bounds. He didn't lose them. He didn't swat them and try to knock them up in the fourth row. He just hits it, and we end up with most of them. So that's Bill Russell used to be. That's none of you guys know that. Maybe if you read your history books, but Bill Russell was like that. He could block it and keep it in himself. I'm going to challenge him. I would say, when you're going to block one, just catch it. You know, just jump up, don't touch it, just catch it and bring it out of the air. You know, so I, I'm proud of them, obviously. I feel good. Thanksgiving dinner, turkey's going to be better. We'll take tomorrow off, come into Thursday morning. I think all the kids are taken care of for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to have one with my family, and I hope everybody else has a good one too.
Dan, for you all, having a physical team like Louisiana, how does that prepare you for what you're going to see this weekend with Indiana?
I tell you what, Grant, you've been around me for a long time, and I keep trying to tell you, one game don't mean crap to the next game, all right? It never does, and I think you have to understand that. I know that's a typical reporter question. I get it, and most coaches would make you look smart, but I'm going to tell you this right now. It don't matter. Whatever happened here stops here. It's like their game. They missed every shot they shot in Indiana. It wasn't Indiana. They bothered them a little bit. But heck, we bothered them. They made them. They made every free throw. They missed every free throw at Indiana. Every one of them. So, you know, what do I take from that game? Well, if I took that they were going to miss all the shots, we'd be in trouble. So, one game doesn't translate to another. It's always different matchups. There's travel going to be involved. We're going to be away from home for the first time. That's a tough environment to go into. And like I said in my show the last time, the hardest thing for mid-majors, because Louisiana's a good team. They're going to win a lot of games. They went to Indiana and did not look like a good team. But you're playing a couple of guys, and you played at one level. And Keith, you might know this, and I don't know, Grant, whether you play baseball or not. Young lady, you play softball, but y'all know that if you go to the batting cage and you've been in the 60-mile-an-hour batting cage and you tee that up and you're starting to hit it, your first step into that 90, that ball's by you before you even know what happens. And that's what happens. That's what happens to mid-majors, that all of a sudden playing here, got to go there into their home environment and then go from 60 to 90. It's a big difference. Now, if we played at 90 speed all the time, we could be better, or at least not all the time, because it'd wear you down. But at least 3 or 4 of those. Or we have played seasons before where our conference was always that way. It's a different story. You'd be surprised how these kids, because our kids are athletic as anybody, how they'd figure it all out, and they would move their play up to the level that they're playing against. Well, just like me in that batting cage, baby, I used to kill it. I was hitting that thing out there. And then I went to the baseball field, first got through a damn curve, I was in the dugout and said, not for me. If somebody throwing a rock at you, you duck, right? You don't sit there and swing at it, you duck. So I was a great ducker when I was when I played baseball.
Some of the last 70 seconds before the half, it obviously got a little heated,
Yeah, I was ticked.
Yeah. How do you try to keep the guys composed?
I don't. That's Tavion's job. I don't. That's why Tavion takes care of me, man. It's a team thing. I'm the little fire, he's the ice. So, and listen, I'm not as fired as Scott, my buddy down here, my assistant coach. Jeez, he's like fire and brimstone, but I'm just a little preacher in the country. But Tavion keeps it cool and keeps those guys playing, He keeps them playing. And I admire that kid. He's really mature beyond his years.
Coach, talk about Saturday night. Big day for your program on a nationally televised game on the Big Ten Network. How do you prepare your guys for
I keep telling you, every game is a big game. It don't matter. So we prepared this one just like we're going to prepare for Indiana, the best we can. However it is, the best we can. I'm going to draw up these little plays and try to get them to where they just scorch Indiana. I don't know what's going to happen. Some of the squiggly lines work, some of them don't. I don't know. But I know this, we'll be on the film. We'll be hard at it. These kids are going to listen, and we're going to give Marshall our best effort. And hopefully we can come up. Yeah, it's a big game, but this was a big game. What if we'd lost this game? That would have been a big downer too. So, you know, again, they're all big games, and I know y'all are a lot younger than me, and I don't mean to be curt or anything, but every game's a big game. You can't take one game to the next game. Can't do it. You start doing that, you're going to get beat. You better play every one of them like it counts. And that's what we try to do. You know, the way we rest them, if they need rest and they're focused, and sometimes you get mentally drained as well as physically drained. And sometimes you just need time away. Well, that's where I step in. I say just no practice today, or we'll go 45 minutes where it won't be as hard. But I don't tell them what I'm doing. Now they'll know since I'm talking to you guys. But I don't tell them what I'm doing. They just, you know, I'm just proud of these kids. And I told, we were talking about the soccer team, won a national title. You know how hard that is? That is hard. Congratulations, Coach Grassley and that team. They got beat this year. Don't be a critic, be a fan. You know, quit being a critic. I don't wait, should have done this, should have done that. No, just how about being a fan? Go home, enjoy it. Be sad like I am when we lose. Be happy when we win, and come back again. That's what life's about, right? So, you know, that's kind of where we are. And I'm not blowing anybody off, Keith, but you know, that's who I am. You know, I'm not any different than that. I'm not a scholar. Hell, I play basketball. You know, I can't build a rocket. I can't find medicine. I can call timeout. That's about all I can do. My daughter said, Dad, you're a one-trick pony. But it's a damn good trick. And I'm just going to stay with my one trick and not try to do anything else because I'll probably screw it up. Good luck on the philosophy class later.